Drinking. It's long been considered a significant part of Wisconsin culture, and the state ranks at or near the top of national measures of per capita alcohol consumption, consumption of alcohol per state, and proportion of drinkers. Factors such as cultural identification with the state's heritage of German immigration, the long-standing presence of major breweries in Milwaukee, and a cold climate are often associated with the prevalence of drinking in Wisconsin. And while the drinking may have been done once upon a time while wearing dirndls and lederhosen, now it's done adorned in the apparel from the wordplay-based company Drink Wisconsinbly. This brand of T-shirts led to a pub that is now open in Milwaukee, right there in the Fiserv Forum area, the Deer District.
Go Bucks, go!
And now it's led to the collaboration that we drink today. They teamed up with one of your favorites, the Wisconsin Behemoth Leinenkugel's Brewery, to bring to you today, Drink Wisconsinbly, Wisconsin Lager.
You got through it.
We made it through, health problems aside. Cheers,
You
Joe.
feel burpy. Cheers.
I got a little burpee going on, but I swallowed it down. I spoke through the burps. That's the key.
Well, I spilled some on the ground before I drank. This is my first ever drink of this.
Let me cut out
beverage.
this music quick.
Yeah, fade it out.
So I drank one.
Use the
I have
fader.
had one previously. It doesn't do it on the recording. That's one of the flaws of this mixer.
Damn it.
What do you think? Joe's first sip.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
That's a nice amber lager. Yeah.
Right.
So it's billed as a smooth, drinkable amber lager with a crisp, clean finish. I would say that describes it pretty well.
Amber lager, I hardly know amber. What about that one?
Why would it be I hardly know amber?
Because it's a woman's name and we're doing
you said lager.
wordplay
You could
today.
say hardly know her.
And puns. I guess that one's a pun.
That one's a pun. So we were trying to decide whether Drink Wisconsinably was a pun. It's not a pun.
I don't think so, right? Yeah, it'd just be wordplay.
In the example,
And maybe there's a deeper, word that it's a type of wordplay, but I don't think it's a pun.
Right. It's not a pun. The example that Google gave me when I Googled puns are those pigs were a squeal. It's a terrible example of a pun.
Man, the cops can't catch a break these days. That is a weird one. That seems like something from like the 30s or something that would make sense.
Yeah.
All of us walking around saying, "Wow, that
That potty was a squeal."
I know that sock hop was a squeal." That's what I'm thinking.
And why would you ever be describing those pigs as those pigs were a bunch of fun?
You had some fun with them. You oiled them, you greased them up, and you chased them around the barnyard.
So those greased pigs, now that was a squeal. Now that's a pun. Yeah.
There you go. Let's email the person at Google.
I'll email Google.
Google.com@gmail.
Nick doesn't understand how email domains work.
Never have. Don't plan to learn anytime soon, okay? Only got so many years left on this earth. Don't need to learn that type of thing. So this beer is available only in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Now, you might ask, how are these guys, these liberal coastal elites, drinking this beer? Well, for one, we're not that.
Yeah,
but
we are.
We are? Oh, okay.
I don't know if we're elites, but we're liberal coastal people.
Forget what you've heard. We're one of you. So my brother sent me these very kindly.
Other liberal coastal elites are listening to this show.
There's nothing bad about that,
There might be, but
no.
Let's not get into politics right away. Let's talk about the fun things like Drink Wisconsinably. So people might not be privy to the brand. So this is
Sure.
This is just kind of a fun.
Joe's got a shirt on.
Oh yeah, let me display the shirt.
Display.
Hold on, This is kind of a fun brand.
Oh shit! I turned my phone off rather than taking a picture.
Oh my god! This is a fun brand that would show up in like if you land at any airport in Wisconsin, you'll see a Drink Wisconsinably store, and they have like very consistent font. And it says, "Drink Wisconsinably." You're having a lot of fun with that saying. They created a media empire out of that saying. and including opening a bar, as you mentioned, and pairing with Leinenkugels to build this beer.
Not just a bar, a pub.
They also have fun sayings like "the Bears still suck." They sell like doormats that say that.
Yes.
So if you Google drink Wisconsinbly, you can have a lot of good times.
We could learn a lot from them. We've been trying to break into the merch biz for years.
Yeah.
That's how you become a millionaire.
They started with the merch biz by one kind of shitty wordplay idea. I mean, it's great wordplay.
Sure.
Drink Wisconsinbly.
I think it was unclear in looking online if that is the same thing, that because when we were at Madison in the late aughts or early 2010s, we saw a lot of these shirts. I feel like they were all from the Scani store, but I don't know if it's like the exact same thing that grew out of that or not.
Yeah, I wonder if they were affiliated with the Scani. So Scani is a different brand that's very similar, where they're selling stuff like fun, like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and it's Aaron Rodgers and stuff on it.
You have that shirt too, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh. My brother has that shirt, I think.
I wanted to get the shirt. Brett Favre had just left the Packers and joined the Jets and then the Vikings, and we were all very bitter about him in Wisconsin. And there was a shirt that says, "We'll never forget you, Brent." And
yeah, it's
good. A picture of him on it.
I think my brother may have had that shirt as well. We'll have to ask him about it.
I do wish I had that one. But those are Scotty shirts. Drink Wisconsinbly is a different brand. And then they made this beer. Now, so far, this beer reminds me very closely of Liney's O. It tastes just like Liney's original.
Okay. I think, it's maybe a little sweeter than Liney's O to me.
Yep.
And I don't love this beer so far, but it is easy drinking, and it's nice. It's different than
Do you normally like amber lagers?
I don't know that I've had a lot of amber
Men's Room Red
lagers. Is that a lager or is that an ale?
Oh, I guess that might be an ale. Let me look at Men's Room. Fill time.
Well, we got to get ZP on the blower here pretty soon.
What?
That's the phone, Joe, of course.
Yes, okay.
We're going to call up ZP, talk to him about this beer, and I sent him some selections from here on the West Coast to try, and he's going to have some takes on what he drank. What did you find, Joe?
Men's Room Red is a red ale. You're right. So this is a amber lager.
Okay.
Different. I have my wires crossed.
I'd be interested if I've had an amber lager before, or what ambering something even means.
Yeah, it's possible that I did and just kind of lumped it in my head as red ales or amber ales. But yeah, this is, maybe we should have looked up what ambering something means before the show.
Don't worry, I'm on it.
Please,
quick as a button.
I'll fill time. Yes. Nick has always been quick as a button. I'm going to fill some time and read. I want to read 3 of the highest reviews from the Drink Wisconsinbly pub in Milwaukee.
Okay, cool.
So these are the Google reviews. Number 1, I can't eat spicy food, and this place had my favorite poutine in Milwaukee. So that scratches an itch for Wisconsinites. Number 2, they give you some tasty chips and have cheese and sausage for purchase.
Hell yeah.
And number 3, very disappointed, small selection of beer and drinks, good cheese.
So it's hitting everywhere where it wants to, essentially.
Scratching the
Wisconsin
No spicy
itch. Food, cheese, and meat.
Yeah, I can't eat spicy food. That could be on the state flag of Wisconsin.
Hey, I am guilty of that. Okay, American Ambers are darker in color than their pale ale cousins. The presence of caramel and crystal malts lending a toasted toffee flavor, along with the perception of a fuller body when compared to beers without such malts. Okay. So it's the malts, I guess.
Yeah, and you're the big malt man.
Big malt man.
Big malt boy, BMB? The malt man?
Malt man.
Can't even keep it together.
A little more sense. Let's call ZP.
All right, so
it's
Nick's
2 hours
gonna call
later
his brother and get his take on both this beer and some West Coast beers. I also want to get his take on whether he thinks this is like Liney's O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Liney's O connoisseur.
Yep. Does he know where he's on the show?
He does.
Okay.
Hello, this is Cold Cans Hotline. Who is this?
Hello.
Well, why would you ask who this is?
Yeah, you called me.
Oh, that's right. ZP, Zach, how's it going? This is your brother, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. Your name popped up on my phone.
Yeah,
oh, no
he can figure it out, but you had to ask who you're calling. Can you hear the bumpers? CP, did you hear that bumper?
Barely. That one I heard.
Okay, great.
It should. I think it would send the audio from the mixer through.
We don't have to get into the technicalities of the bumpers.
Matter.
Get to the questions.
So we've cracked our beer. Joey likes it so far. Thank
like
you
it a
again
lot.
for sending these out, by the way. Very nice of you.
Oh yeah, no problem.
This along with some spotted cow.
Oh,
I had to have it.
you held that back from me
I
earlier
did.
today.
I got a couple at my house,
You
though.
gave me a Busch Light when I said, "Can I have a beer during the Bucks game?"
I'm a Packers debut. We'll,
Okay.
we'll drink one.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to keep. Go ahead.
And you've had this beer as well, Zach. Are you drinking one right now?
Just cracked it.
Oh, nice. Just cracked it. Lager just cracked her.
No, enough. Get off that joke.
Zach, what do you think of this one? So to drink Wisconsinbly is an amber
Oh, my
lager,
God.
and I says to him,
Oh my
lager.
God.
No, what was it? Yeah, lager. I hardly know amber. What about that one?
Yeah, I can't get behind that one.
It doesn't make any sense. Lager, hardly
Well,
no amber.
So the end of lager, her,
Yes,
is
no,
now
I get-
amber.
that's
so
the
we're
format of the
naming
joke.
Her.
Okay.
Lager, I hardly know amber. Amber lager.
Sucks.
No.
It does
Yeah,
suck.
thank you. Zeke.
Okay. Zach, what do you think of this beer?
I think it's pretty good. I've only had a couple of them. You know, cracking probably like my third or fourth one right now.
Okay.
But no, I enjoy it. I usually like amber lagers. And yeah, this one.
Can you think of another beer you've had that is an amber lager? Because we couldn't think of any. We had thought of some amber ales that we've had, but not amber lagers.
I believe the one from Alice Island Madison is a lager, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
It's also been a long time since I've had that one.
Sure.
But,
And it does seem like it's maybe more of a craft thing than a widely distributed thing. Could be wrong about that as well. But this one is only available in Wisconsin. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
So
Joey's looking it up. Joey's doing some research.
yeah, there's a bunch of amber lagers available if you go to TotalWine.com. Yingling is probably the most popular amber
Oh,
lager.
that's an amber lager. Okay.
Yeah, the East
I have
Coast
had that.
East Coast Yinglings.
Nope, I am mistaken. That is an ale from the Alice Island.
Yeah, so that's what I thought too. That the amber ales I've had were lagers. The two most popular amber lagers are Yingling and Shinerbach. If you've had Shinerbach, yes.
So we've actually done Shinerbach on the show.
On the
When
show.
you were gloriously away for 1 week, Matt Flunker and I did it.
Why did you have to put the adverb? Adverb.
Oh wow. So Zach, how many of the other beers? Because you have a hot take on one of the beers that I sent you that we've done on this very show.
Well, hold on. Now you're moving in. So Zach's given his thoughts. He likes it. And now, what did you do here?
No,
Set up-
everybody hold. Now everybody grind to a halt. Now,
No,
no,
well,
no.
you have to set up what you're
I
talking
sent
about.
Zach beers much like he sent me beers.
Okay,
a
that's
tit
the
for
setup.
tat, if you will.
Okay, so you sent him 3 beers.
I sent
No, he sent me like,
what is it?
6
Six
beers?
different types of beers. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay,
a variety pack, if you will.
Thank you.
Smorgasbord.
that's the setup. That's the context our
Thank you,
listeners
Joe.
need.
Thank you.
Sometimes we need to
You
grind
got
to a
your
halt.
fingers right on the pulse.
So, right, the story would be Nicholas sent me these beers. I used the same box, and I put the Drink Wisconsinbly and the Spotted Cow in and sent it back to him.
Oh,
Yes.
brotherly love. You too. You're tearing me up over here.
Beertherly love.
And I did find out that you can send a next day package of 12 cans of beer from Wisconsin to Seattle, Washington for $150.
Oh my!
Wow, overnight that baby.
goodness.
Heck yeah.
Well,
I
you
did not
need
do
it.
that, but I could have.
If we ever, that's how badly you need to have that Spotted Cow itch.
Right.
It's $125 for it.
New Glarus won't expand their distribution. So,
So what did you send ZP?
oh boy. So a bunch of West Coast stuff for sure. Some stuff from Drew Brewery, which is in like Snoqualmie Pass area.
Drew Brees Brewery?
Drew Brees' brewery. He did say he doesn't understand. Never mind. What else did I send you? I sent you a
All of us knew
Aslan.
where you were going. Every listener knew where you were going with it, and we're all happy you bailed on it.
I sent you an Aslan Brewery beer, Disco Lemonade.
Yep.
I actually sent you something that I got in Bend the week prior. I think a Sweet As I sent you. Maybe a sippy cup.
Yep,
I
I
forget.
have not tried that one.
Okay, that one's a good one. Be curious for your take on that. And then I was clearing out some of Cold Can's back stock to fill up the 12-pack and sent you a beer that we had done previously on the show.
Yes, you sent me a couple of Natty Light.
Mm-hmm.
and I believe I sent you I sent you a picture because I was having it with my dinner.
Yep.
And
good
you,
Lord.
You said, what did you think? And I said, I could drink 12.
Yeah, no, he loves it.
Was your dinner that night a Halloween pack of fun-sized Laffy Taffies? Because that's the only
No,
thing you
it
could pair
was
with
very
Natter
terrible,
Days.
I had a nice big juicy burger.
Ooh.
And so what do you like about it? I sort of assume it's like along the same lines of a shandy, and that's why it's palatable.
Just super easy drinking. And then I
That's
believe
true.
I sent you another picture the next day with the NATURDAY. Nice.
It's good stuff. Yeah, we
All right, we got it.
So yes, I did enjoy that one more than I thought I would. I thought I was going to hate it because I do not like Natty Light. But I just wanted something light, and so I cracked that one and actually ended up very, very much enjoying it.
nice.
Wow.
I think what was our critique? It was like a little sweet or like
Way
syrupy.
too sweet. Left a film on your tongue, left a film on the roof of your mouth. Super syrupy.
Well, maybe it was the 4-day journey across the country in 90-degree heat that really brought something up.
Mellowed it out. Yeah. Yeah, probably not the best way to enjoy any type of beers.
Well, it sounds like it did improve Natter Days.
Get it on the Pony Express from here to Wisconsin.
Right.
And then you've had a couple of the other beers. Did you like any of them?
Yep, I tried the Drew Brew Kolsch.
Nice. I love that beer.
Yeah, and you told me that when
So
I
don't say
when I
anything
sent
bad
you
about
to
it.
you that I was drinking it. It was fine. It was a little hoppier than I expected.
Patrons are not hopheads, famously.
No,
Hop haters.
So yeah, I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to, being that it was a Kolsch. But I did have the Disco Lemonade Berliner Weisse last night, and I actually really liked that one too. You said that it wasn't your cup of tea, but I really like sour beers, and that one really hit the spot.
That makes sense because it was sour. It was quite sour.
But ZP,
It also has a really cool can.
It does. It's got like a disco ball can.
Yep.
can't discount good branding. But you don't like Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy, is that correct? You're a Leinie's O man?
I mean, I'll drink a summer shandy, but usually not more than one or two, and it's got to be a really unique circumstance, like at a Brewer game or something like that.
But you can drink 12 Natter Days, but you can't drink more than one or two Summer Shandies?
Well, I said to Nicholas in that text that it may have been more a case of the week that I had of why I was enjoying it so much.
It's all situational.
But I'll have to go pick some up here in Wisconsin and see if I still enjoy it.
Please report back when you do.
But I did. Yeah, at the time I really enjoyed the two that I had.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks getting things ready for the start of school.
Yeah, I believe it.
Right, yeah. And you guys are remote to start.
Yeah, virtual learning to start. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Or remote learning.
Joey had a question about
CP works at the school. He's not doing a Billy Madison-esque
No,
revival
Yeah.
through from kindergarten.
he's busy because he's
Not
buying all
going
his
back to
school
school.
supplies so he can go back to class.
Yep.
No,
buying all my six packs for.
I do.
never too late to get an education.
That's the premise of Billy Madison.
Yep.
I have a question for you, ZP, specifically about
Sure.
your love of Leinie's O and this beer you're drinking right now, the Drink Wisconsinbly Wisconsin Lager. In my opinion, they're the exact same beer. Do you have that feeling at all, or am I
No.
way off base? Okay.
You're way off base.
Okay. Yeah, I deserve it then. I deserve it.
I mean, like function-wise, I'd say they're about the same beer. But as far as the taste goes, this is like the Drink Wisconsinbly is almost more sweet, whereas Leinie's O is just a beer.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, and that's the amber characteristic. From what we looked up, it's
Right.
more of a like caramel malt added to it. So, whereas Leinie's O must just be a lager.
So have you guys gotten the copy from the box of Drink Wisconsinbly, or have you not included that yet?
I don't know if we had it. Go for it. We didn't read really anything specific to this beer.
Okay. I wasn't sure how I was going to be participating in this episode, so I was almost ready to do this as like an intro. But so this is on the box of Drink Wisconsinbly. Here's to you, Wisconsin. Around here, we don't just take life as it comes. We live it Wisconsinbly. Our tailgates are livelier, our polka bands are louder, and our opinions on bratwurst are stronger. Fishing stories are funnier, bingo games are bawdier, and meat raffles are, well, meatier. And the beer, well, it's just better here. That special Dairyland magic is what we set out to capture when partnering with Jacob Leinenkugel Brewing Company to create our Wisconsin lager. They've been brewing beer in Chippewa Falls for over 150 years, so they understand our state, its culture, and what it takes to make a beer, especially for its people. So here's to home. Drink Wisconsinbly.
I like that.
That's pretty good copy.
It's pretty good copy. Our meat raffles, well, they're meatier. Our tailgates are livelier. Our DUI offenses were forcibly changed from a BAC level of .10 to .08 only after the result of federal government pressure. Here, we drink Wisconsinably.
When this was first announced, I just happened to catch it. Like, I really only go on Instagram to look at the pictures that you guys post from your episodes, but I just happened to
At
catch
Cold Cans Pod.
one from Leinenkugels when they were announcing this beer, and somebody asked the question, "What the heck does drink Wisconsinbly mean?" And the first comment was, "Drink until you're almost blackout drunk, and then drive home."
No.
Oh, no.
That's what Joey and I were talking about that before the show. So this is not a like campaign to like drink more responsibly. It's like
No, it's the other
spitting in the face of that.
Yeah.
It's just saying.
Well, yeah, Drink Wisconsinbly is a brand that.
Well,
in
right,
Wisconsin,
but
they
where
have
like
a
why
bar
did
in
they
Milwaukee.
why did they grasp onto it? It's because it's like
It's
around here
we don't
remember yesterday.
we don't remember yesterday. We don't wear
Wisconsin
masks.
Out drinking your state since 1848.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yep. It
Good
is
stuff.
akin to mask denial.
Oh, come on. No.
Yeah, it is. Drink responsibly, not here, bucko. We don't
Oh.
believe in it.
Goodness.
Not that Wisconsin is a state of mask deniers. I'm just saying that's why I use the word akin to.
So Drink Wisconsinbly's story is unofficially the official lifestyle brand of Wisconsin.
I saw that, but they're working hard for that official branding, I'm sure, with the state tourism
I'm
board.
sure.
Greasing some palms down at state capitol.
So you can, yeah,
Plenty
you
of
could.
greasy palms down there right now.
We're getting into it, baby.
Oh.
Tell us about the palms. How greasy are the palms? No, the Drink Wisconsinbly pub that exists in Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
They have a old-fashioned keg, old-fashioned on tap,
No, it's a fountain. It's a
Bubbler. The bubbler.
a bubbler.
Yeah.
In Wisconsin,
So like a drinking fountain, but has whisk or brandy old fashions coming out of it. That's kind of cool. I would assume they're being glassed from there. Not it's like everyone gets in line, takes their 3-second turn at the bubbler, and then
1, 2, 3.
you're
Well,
gone.
especially not right now.
Right. Because you can't drink it through the mask.
Right.
Yeah, what are we supposed to be
And
waterboarded?
all of the bubblers everywhere are out of commission due to COVID.
Tape them up. Yeah.
Signs everywhere.
These kids are
yeah,
going to
at
get
the school-
dehydrated. My kid needs to drink water.
Well, no, that you can still fill a water bottle. All of the fountains with the water bottle filler are still available. to
Oh,
fill
you know
your
those
bottle.
kids are
You
going to
can't
be
use the-
ducking their heads under the water bottle
yeah,
thing.
for
and
sure.
just
And that's why the kids will not
keg
be on
standing the.
Yeah.
the water
However,
bottle.
there's been some teachers where I'm not going to be surprised if they end up doing that. So
Right. Like a Monday afternoon working at a DQ shift under the soft serve fountain.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Very well said.
Thank you. Wow. Wow. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank God.
Okay, I think next we're going to move on to our parable or terrible. So we're going to kick you off the line, Zach.
What a way to put that.
Well, you know how it goes. Well, no, what's the Wisconsin thing? Well, I'll let you go.
Yeah, well, if it's the Wisconsin thing, it's going to be a half an hour before we get off the line.
Well,
because
sure.
Saying goodbye is like, did you ever talk to Uncle Ronnie about that second DUI?
Sure.
No. And that's how it goes. Drive safe, as if there's any other way.
Sure.
Yep.
Say hi to your folks.
Yep.
All right, Zach, final thoughts on Drink Wisconsinbly. Zach is no longer on the line. I thought it was like eerily quiet there. Let's call him back.
Well, we were getting his final thoughts. Oh, brother.
Well, we got to get final thoughts.
Literally, oh,
final
brother.
thoughts and
Hello.
prayers.
Lost you there. I'm not sure what happened.
The gods spoke. I don't know. I don't trust these cell phones these days. On my landline, I got a much better connection. Tony
Yeah, I guess
Evers
so.
ripped it out of my wall.
Oh, boy.
So we just wanted to. We're gonna get your final thoughts on Drink Wisconsinbly before we move on to our P or T.
Well, first off, I think you guys are putting an extra I in it. It's just Drink Wisconsinbly.
This was going to be something I wanted to bring up because I don't like how it's Drink Wisconsinbly. That's hard to say. I think it's implied that you're kind of doing the Ibly, you know? Drink Wisconsinbly.
I mean, I'm just reading it like I see it.
That's all we can ask out of you. All right. Not that this will have any bearing on the final ranking, but okay, Joey does have some breaking news on this
Uh-oh.
Well,
pronunciation.
it's exactly. I guess it isn't. They were between a rock and a hard place there with the word responsibly. So it's obviously respond and then SIBLY.
Right.
So with sin, they did have that extra N, and they didn't know what to do with it. They could have removed the N, I'm sure.
Wisconsinbly? No.
Wisconsinbly. I bet that was workshopped.
Probably. I hope so.
And then when they left it in, they would put another I in there, and they didn't. And
See,
I
I don't think you
out.
have to because when you say it, you kind of are inherently saying
Wisconsinably.
right because the letters N and B, that's hard to pronounce next to each other.
ZP picked that nit though. He doesn't like. He wants it to be said.
We got to redo the
Wisconsinbly.
whole dang episode.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Much appreciated. I'll look forward to your calling me back.
So
No, I just like it doesn't matter to me one way or the other. I've been saying it Wisconsinbly. I know when I've typed it out on my phone a couple times, it's put the extra I in there, so I must have typed it that way one time.
We'll
when I
email
typed
Google
it,
about
but-
that.
Yeah, can you get that taken off of my autocorrect, please?
We'll do it.
But no, I think it's a good beer. I think it's something that is definitely like I could see myself drinking at a tailgate or just hanging around a campfire. I think it's got kind of multi-function in that way.
Sure.
It's good on a hot day, good on a cool day. So I mean, it's a pretty good beer.
Nice.
I like that.
And thank you once again for sending it out, going through the trouble of that. It was very much appreciated, and I've coveted every one of those spotted cows as well. So I always hit the spot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So even
No
though I
problem.
haven't seen you in 8 months or whatever it is, this is
Yep.
our bond now.
Well, I've
Sending
got
beer
another
around.
Athletic Brewing box now, so if you need more of them.
Oh, that's right. You ordered using promo code ColdCans25. You ordered some Athletic
I did.
beer.
25%
Yeah.
off your first order.
By email
Yep,
address.
and free 2-day shipping because
Heck yeah.
the order qualifies for. If you order 12, the order qualifies for free shipping.
You betcha.
And an unlimited number of emails you can ship to the same with the 25% off discount.
All right, cool. Thanks for
I
being
don't
here,
think I'll
Zach.
be doing that.
No, yeah, not a huge fan.
No, I mean it was fine. It just I needed something with a bite.
Sure.
Fair enough.
Sure. Another situational problem. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for the insight. We will not take it into account when we rank this beer as you would
As
want.
the new number one.
Dear God, no.
It might be. It might be in the territory.
All right, cool. Thanks for being here, Zach. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Yeah, sounds good. Go
See ya.
Bucks, go Brewers.
Go Box. See ya.
But not go Packers. Interesting.
Season's not going on yet.
I suppose. I do want to call out the fact that we lost Zach on the call and then had a brief discussion about how Wisconsin goodbyes go.
Mhm.
And then you said goodbye to Zach maybe 15 times.
I know.
afterwards.
Isn't that great?
And I love it.
Isn't
though.
that
It's
great?
great. I love it. We don't want to let each other go. It's great.
No, it's always tough.
Midwest
That's
people
what it
don't wanna
turns
say
into.
goodbye.
Well, I guess I'll let you go.
Well, I better get going. You know, the traffic out there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which way did you come in? Well, the same way I've been coming in for the last 42 years. I took 41 down to 22. Yeah, and you got to have that discussion.
It's
and
fun.
Lovely. Yeah, it is fun. Don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad.
You're pulling out your compostable Ziploc bag.
It's a compostable bag. Some of us care about the environment.
You do. You care about the environment.
So
What
I
is
brought
it? What's in it?
this is actually connected to this beer we're drinking today because the Jabals were once guests on this show, and Zach's
Yes.
been on a few times, of course. And Caitlin?
Yeah.
Is that it? Zach and Caitlin?
Yeah.
I should have known that. It is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just want to confirm. Yes, Zach and Caitlin Jabal.
We got to
Very
edit
kindly.
that now.
No, it's fine. We're all just working through here.
Well, I was confident that it was until you made me not
I'm
confident.
sorry. That's my fault.
All right. Zach and Caitlin brought us a special treat.
So when she saw Leinenkugels post this, she was wondering if it was going to be available out here. And then after Zach sent me Zach, my brother, I told her, and I traded a couple of these for some cheese curds that they get delivered to them from Wisconsin. So, and I think Zach has mentioned these previously on the show.
Okay.
They're from Marshfield.
These are Marshfield cheese curds, shipped USPS standard shipping. All right, I'm about to eat one, so I'm gonna go off. I'm going off the mic.
Joey's going off mic. So these are white cheese curds. They came in your standard resealable bag. Joey's in ecstasy over here. I'm gonna get in here as well. I can't hold off.
Holy cow! Oh,
they got a squeak to them too as they warmed up a little bit.
That's home. Cheese, gravy, sausage, French fries, beer. That's home. Ooh, that's good. This is a parable. This is
very parable.
A lot of times we say this is as parable as it gets. Every single time we say that. This might be as parable as it gets.
Yeah, these are good curds. I haven't had ones this good in a while.
And they go so well with the amber.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Can anybody just get cheese curds delivered from Marshfield?
I think so. They made it sound like it's like you just ordered online and, they overnight it to you or whatever, pack it in dry ice, whatever it is.
We got to get that URL from the Jabals because I got to get cheese curds every day.
Maybe we can get a little Cold Cans promo code for all Cold Cans Nation out there.
From Marshfield Cheese Depot?
Heck yeah. Why don't we go with Waiwega Star Dairy, closer to home?
That's right. That's where my grandma used to go to get cheese curds, whatever, Thursday mornings or whatever.
Is that when they were fresh?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was Waiwega or maybe Marion. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Marion has DuPont cheese. Yeah. We used to go there.
See, this is what families in Wisconsin would do Thursday morning or whenever the cheese curds are fresh.
Yep.
You make a trek out there at like 5:30 in the morning because it opens at like 7 or whatever.
You're door busting those cheese curds.
You door bust them, you bring them home, then you drive around to all of your family, and you deliver fresh cheese curds. Now we have an event happening.
We have a
situation. We have a situation happening in here. My cat and my dog are in here together. Now the cat is about to go into the box of equipment.
That was it. The box called to her.
Yeah, it did.
She's gonna jump in for sure.
So absolutely gonna jump in.
Okay.
So that's gonna happen.
She's exploring,
and you're gonna get some pictures of that. That's a lot of fun. I'm all the way through this beer. So that's parable, by the way. We both agree. No. I'm all the way through the beer. I liked it from tip to taint. It was good all the way through. It didn't spoil at the taint like sometimes does.
Oftentimes, and on a hot day, forget about it.
Good Lord. We didn't need any more coloring in where I already was.
Why not?
I guess.
I got out my brown marker and I colored it in a little bit.
Nick,
how do you like that? How do you like that?
I'm 100% sure we didn't need that. She didn't want any part of that box. She jumped right out of it.
No. Too much stuff in there.
I liked this a lot. Are we going to get to the BA segment? Uh-oh, Nick got something in his mouth. He doesn't like that.
Something... Okay. I won't let that factor into the final thing, but there was some sediment in the bottom of my...
Wow.
Maybe that's normal. Maybe this has sediment in it. Who could say? That's just that amber malt coming through. Malter, I hardly amber.
Just bad all
I
around.
like this too. The first one I had, I honestly didn't like. Maybe it was because I had it on the tail end of a spotted cow.
Right.
And so it was not really holding up in comparison. But yeah, I liked this a lot.
Yeah.
Very parable.
Very
fun
fresh.
talk in Wisconsin.
So this beer is not on Beer Advocate.
No.
It's one of the few, but it is on Untapped, which is another kind of
Heard of
social drinking website. 4.9% ABV, no IBU, none. I guess it just not listed or something. Jacob Leinenkugel Brewing Company, and on Untapped, it is a 3.62 out of 5. They don't give you like an adjective of that. So it's just 3.62 out of 5. 888 ratings.
Oh, wow. So that's all within this year because I think this just came out this spring or something like that.
Yep. And there's not a lot of people that leave like text reviews. In fact, I see None. So everybody just kind of leaves it a star. 3.5 stars by Jeff. He was drinking it at home. Kyle N, 3.5 stars. He was drinking it at home. Michael S gave it 3.
I think for what it's worth, this
stars.
is only available in cans. So in theory,
He was
everyone's
drinking it at
drinking
home.
it at home.
So yeah, it's not reviewed that well, which is kind of surprising because
Yeah, 3 point. That would be in the good territory, I think,
Yeah,
normally.
okay
on
to
beer.
good.
Okay, yeah, on Beer Advocate.
which I guess is kind of where it's at. But I enjoyed the whole thing.
I think
don't
it's
know.
good. What do you think about the branding of Drink Wisconsinbly? Because that's the other big factor here.
When I was in college, I really liked it. It's rooted in just one wordplay, that saying. And then everything around the branding beyond that was kind of like, it kind of makes me roll my eyes. It's like college humor type stuff. Not College Humor, the website, the phrase college humor.
Sure.
And so I'm kind of out on it a little bit. Like the Bears still suck, and then you wear a shirt that says that and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
it was tied to the need to put every part of your personality on a graphic T-shirt, which still is around a lot, but feels like it became prominent during that time.
In like 2010, that was everything.
Or that's when I became aware of it anyway. Maybe it was around before then, but whatever.
I think with
It
the
always
internet,
was distasteful.
the internet made it easier than ever to make a T-shirt about everything.
Right.
And so yeah, everything had to be on a shirt. This rode that tidal wave, baby, into a pub and a partnership with Line and Kugels. It's obviously like this huge deal now.
Yeah.
But I do think at the very least they have enough quality control where the beer that they did make here, it holds up. It's good.
The beer itself is very good. And,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Line and Kugel is probably to thank for that.
Yes. But yeah, I don't know.
But I think that fades it a bit. The branding fades it a bit for me.
Really.
Just a bit.
So you just don't want to be associated with like, I love the Drink Wisconsinbly beer. You don't want to be saying that because you don't really like the brand that much. It'd be like if there was like a
Right.
Lockheed Martin beer and you're like, it's really fucking good, but
Well, yeah,
look,
but
I
the
can't-
opposite on that one. That would vault it to number one.
for you.
That would,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're a huge Lockheed Martin guy.
Yeah.
All right. Should we rank it?
Let's rank it. Good
right.
idea, Joey.
You once again aren't prepared here. So you don't have the rankings in front of you.
This is a problem we've run into when we're just recording at your house.
It's going to take a couple of minutes.
Let me
here
pull
for
it
Nick
up.
to pull it up, and to do that, he
Thankfully, I have a bookmark on coldcanspodcast.com// mind you, rankings.
We had a long debate about whether or not slashes on the internet were forward slashes or backslashes, and until we looked, I could not picture it in my head. I had no idea which way they were going. So that was pretty great. That was because the Bucks were
Forward. Hey, that's the Wisconsin motto.
Wow. And Wisconsin is
Are you awake yet?
it's a forward-thinking state. Sure, it voted for Trump in 2016, but other than that, forward-thinking, progressive state. I love Wisconsin. I miss Wisconsin.
Of course.
Do you miss
I
Wisconsin?
miss it a lot. I haven't seen my family since January. It sucks.
Yeah.
I wanna
Would
go
you have been
back.
able to really see your family even if you lived in Wisconsin? Or would you have been weary about it? I feel like I would have
I would have been weary. I mean, it would have been easier to make it happen even if it was just a like social distancing meetup in a
Sure.
park or something like that. But
Right, but the fact that you got to get on an airplane, yeah.
yeah, that's not going to happen.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to go home and see your family and drink Wisconsinbly soon enough.
Hey, Joey.
All right. I have a tier. Do you have a tier that you want to put this in?
I do. Zen,
No.
where are you? Below?
Wild cards.
So you're below that.
I am below the Zen 10, which I believe is now more
I'm
than
fine
10
with
beers.
that. I just get to the point again where I'm at a point in the rankings. I'm like, no, it shouldn't be below that. But the rankings are all messed up. We need to re-rank.
Yeah.
So wild card's fine for me.
Yeah, I put
So
it in a
there's-
kind of a biased place, but
Sure. So there's
I
an
have it
anchor
somewhere.
there of Line and Kugel's original at 33.
and the anchoring is what cognitively biased me during this
Wow.
ranking. So, and if you read Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, he talks about cognitive anchoring, and it affects fantasy football drafts, let's just say. But
Joey's
I
going
digress.
to be the puppet master pulling the strings on this year's fantasy football
if I don't win,
draft.
something bad's going to happen. I've been doing too much research. I'll change the points and rules so that I win more this year.
I believe that.
'Cause
I
I am
believe
the
that.
league
That's your
commissioner.
form of gerrymandering is changing the scoring rules in
Yeah.
fantasy football.
So Nick and I have been part of a fantasy league for 10 years now.
Yeah. I wasn't in it from the beginning, but
Nick
for
joined a little bit later, but
7 years or
the
something.
last 7 or 8 years. I've been historically bad. Nick is always really, really good, but has lost the championship a few times, once by literally fractions of a point.
Yeah.
So we'll see if you can get over the hump and if I can come back from the dead a bit.
That'd be fun. What about an all cold cans championship this year?
It's true. Half the teams in the league had a cold cans related name last year,
fun.
so that was a good time. Shout out to the Justice League Fantasy.
That's right.
League.
Send us your cold cans inspired fantasy name. Hit us up on Instagram, on Twitter.
We'll send you a hat.
Actually, no hats left.
We don't have any hats, but we'll send you a koozie. We have many of those.
We do. Maybe
We'll
we
send
could
you-
send koozies.
We'll send you a half dozen koozies if you want.
Come out to your friends. Cover up your Drink Wisconsinbly can.
Yeah.
It's better.
We're a better brand than Drink Wisconsinbly.
Okay,
All right,
you ready?
3, 2, 1, 33.
Wow.
Yeah.
The lay-in.
We knew
hit
it.
the lay-in.
We knew it. Unlike Chris Middleton in crunch time in the playoffs, we were able to make a layup, and we both got number 33
Oh, boy.
together.
Yeah, we could do a whole thing on Bucks ball.
The ineptness of the Milwaukee Bucks. After Game 2 of the Heat series, and
yeah,
if
hopefully
you're
we'll be
listening
eating
later,
these words.
yeah, I'd love to eat these words, but they sucked. All right. Number 33, we have a good spot for it.
And we won't even get into the 33 bit again. That's how past that we are.
I'm done with it. Mostly because I kind of forgot about it. It was years ago. But it was good to hear from your brother again. Is this the first time you heard from your brother in 8 months?
No, we've talked on and off. We chat, we text, memes. We drink each other's beers.
Wow. It's lovely to hear.
You betcha.